What's up guys, and welcome to my channel Flame with a 4. In this video we're going to be doing stage 97, the right rear door window frame, and we're also going to be doing stage 98, the right rear door window mechanism, all in this one issue. So what we're going to do, oh this is really cool because this is showing how they made her up, because she's the one from, I hope this is from Afterlife because I've just recently seen it. I don't think it is, but the one that they made was really cool from Afterlife. Right, anyway, so yeah, we're going to get all the pieces out, we're going to come back, and then we're going to start building this. So I'll be back in just a sec. Right guys, once you've got all your pieces out, what you will need to do, it says for us to attach the window frame in place, but what I'm going to do is quickly, we're going to make figure A, and what that's going to be is 97F is going to be us just putting this little strip here, so this little fabric strip just along the top there, just so when the window winds up and down it doesn't scrape or scratch. So what I'm going to do here is just there we go. So it just sits along the bottom there, like so. And then what it does is when the window winds up and down, it doesn't scratch or scrape. So it's just a really thin line. So what we need to do is we will need to go grab the door here. And then what we're going to be doing in turn is basically, we're just going to be popping this on. So this will just go in and underneath there. So you just need to make sure it lines up nicely. It will go on a certain way. And then once it's in and in place, there are some locating lugs for it to go into place as well. So you just need to go around working those until you get it right. Because if you don't, then it won't fit in properly and then it will look weird. What it's saying for us to do, so it should look like that, and then there will be a gap here because this chrome insert will go into there, but that goes afterwards. So on the inside here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 OP screws. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3 and then 4 and 5 OP screws. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pop those all in, and then we'll be back as soon as that's done. Right guys, so once those are in, I'll just quickly show you where they went. So there is 1 in here, 1, 2 and then 3, 4, 5, and then they are OP screws. And then what you need to do is you will need to take 97B, which is this one here, and then that kind of slides through there. You just have to make sure you get it around the right way. So that will slide into there, and then that will go underneath that bar. So what we're going to do is just put it in and show you. That slides into that bar. It's easier when you can see it. Make sure you get it around the right way when you go to do it. There you go. So that just inserts into there. So as that pushes in, it goes through this side. So then when you screw these screws in here, then they go through both things, so they hold them both in. And you will need to take 3 TM screws, and they will need to go into there. And we're going to go pop those in, and we'll be back and show you where they go in just a sec. 2, 1. Right guys, those are now into place, so we'll just point to those and show you where they are. So they're TM screws, so there's 1 here, 2 and 3 just there, and then they hold on this chrome insert here and also the window to the inside of the door as well. So then it starts to look a little bit like that. So what they're asking for us to do next is they want us to put on these chrome strips here. So you just need to peel them. I don't know if you can do it. I'll try and do it by hand to see. Yeah, they're quite easy to peel, and they're quite flat as well, so they're easy to do. So what you need to do is just need to line them up and lay them in place, and then just push them down. So I'm just going to put the top one in first. Make sure the edges are edge to edge, and that is 97E, and that just sits in the top just like that. And then you just need to make sure you get the right sides test fit them first before you take the sticky off. Make sure you're happy with where they go. Make sure they're not too bent, so that fits in there absolutely fine, and that could do with a little bit of a bend back down because it's not straight, and that will just keep lifting. So I do have an edge here that keeps lifting, but I've lifted that side as well. I popped a little bit of super glue on there, and that did take care of that, so do bear that in mind. When the room or the model gets hot, things will start to unstick if they are not held in very securely. So that just pops in there. Push that down, just a little push down with your finger, wind around to the other side. Let's get rid of that, take this one off, and then we're just going to peel this bit here. There we go. And this sticks into this edge here. Make sure it lines up, let it follow its channel down, and then just push it in with your thumb. And then you should have the window frame like that. That looks absolutely incredible. This model is such quality of build, it's just insane. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put these pieces away, and then we're going to go and grab all the pieces out for stage 98, the right rear door window mechanism. We're going to do that in just a second, guys, so stay tuned. I'll be back in a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to be building onto the door card itself. And then what it's asking us to do is just lay it down here. We've got 3 little rivet sections here, or 3 little raised sections here. And then what we want to do is we want to take what we call 98B, which is this one. And then this wants to sit on that cog just like that there. So we're going to do that. What we will do though, we got a trusty Vaseline and a cotton bud. And we're just going to put a little bit underneath so that when it's working, it works with ease, and it's worked really well on all of them so far when doing this, so that's really good. So I'm just going to just pop a bit around. Can't be too sparingly with this stuff. Just pop that on top there, and then what it's saying for us to do is take an HP screw, which is what we can do now, and I'm just going to pop that HP screw right dead center of the middle of that. I might try using this screwdriver. So let's just put that in. So the HP screws in, it goes in the center. And just quickly wind that up. You don't want to do it up too tight because you want it to spin. So just make sure it spins around. And then what we need to do next is then we need to take this section here, which is 98C, and with it facing this way round, what it's asking us to do is just asking us to put it in place so that it's got the flush side at the top, so that the cog meets with the smaller cog in the middle and not the larger cog. So they want it to look a little bit like that. There we go. So what it's saying for us to do here is asking for us to put in a UP screw, a small UP screw in the center there, and this is the flat-headed one. Oops, I don't know if we've got any magnetization in this. I might use this just to put it in, and then we'll go up to the next one. I'm constantly using different screwdrivers to try and find a solution of which one is best. So there you go, so that moves nicely. What I'm going to do is going to put some Vaseline in the cogs, around the cogs as well, where they meet. As I said, you can't ever get too much of this in there. So just make sure you use enough. There we go. Put that all the way around so that all the cogs are covered in it. And then that should now look, it's lovely. Just works absolutely beautifully. It's just so easy to move it now, so that's nice. Right, so we do need to stick a couple of little tiny stickers along the top edge of this, and this is pretty much all we're going to get to do in this one. We need to go get another few sets of issues for this magazine, or for this build. So what you want to do is just take these little stickers, and these stickers are called 98D, and they just sit on this top edge just across the top, making kind of like a T motion along there. And then just remember, guys, you do have a tiny little lock here, so be careful not to damage that if you can. I'm just going to go get the edge of this one. If you've got a nail, you're probably laughing, but the fact that I don't have a nail, because I've cut mine down, I need something to help me peel the sticker. And then what you want to do is just put this one on. That's again in another sort of T motion on the inner one, but I will show you what I mean by that and where they go. So they just sit on the top edge along the top here, and then there's a line here. You just make sure it goes across the top to make a T, and then again down here across to make a T, and then that just sits on that top edge there, so when the window rubs up and down you won't mess it up. So there you go. So at the end of that, guys, that's what you should have. So I'm just going to have a quick look to see what else we've got. So that's cool. So at the end of that, you should have stuck in the window frame, and you should have this section as well. So I'm just going to move those down and move this out of the way real quick so I can show you. And then you should have this one as well. So you should have that and that by the end of this issue. There you go. If yours looks like that, then you are on the right track. I can't wait to build more of this with you guys, get this all together. And we will have quite a few issues coming up. So I'm not going to ruin the read for you, but I will skip all the way to the end to show you what we've got up and coming. So in the next set of 4 issues, looks like we're going to get to do the back door and finish off this one as well. So I can't wait to do that with you. If you haven't already, please subscribe just by clicking the button just down here. Please remember to set the bell so you don't miss out on any more videos that are up and coming. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.